Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about that. Had to take a bathroom break, take some medicine. I am still a little bit sick if you can't hear my voice, but I really wanted to stream at least a little bit. So here I am. I am back. It is Speed Freak. How's everybody doing tonight? Tried a bit of a different setup with my mic arm here, so if the audio sounds a bit off, maybe it's because of the placement of it. I don't know. We'll see. Mic arm's also different. I had to salvage it because there's something wrong with my old one. It was starting to really not work. But we're back. So playing dialogue today. Back in the day, there was a visual novel-ish game that I really liked. It was Valhalla. It was Cyberpunk bar simulator. And I really like that one. The problem though is it's supposed to have a sequel known as Nirvana, but that one kind of went on hiatus for a while, and as far as I know, it's still on indefinite hiatus, so we'll find out. Anyway, sorry about the lack of stream yesterday. I was feeling sick. In case you were here Saturday, I was starting to cough a bit, and I was a little bit groggy from the medication that I was taking at that time. That's fine. I was also a bit off during that time, and it got worse on Saturday. But now I'm feeling a little bit better, at least well enough to start streaming. My feet are down, and I'm up and about. All right, so let's go check this one out because it's very much taking some inspiration from a game that I really like, and it's got some androids and some repairing, and all about those. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to this life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I started dividing my days by payment approvals and oh yeah, no, I get that. And it's just like the work. Light monopolized by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things are solved with price tags. They monetize sunlight? That's kind of fucked. Beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Right? The price of beer went up again recently. Everything is up. Except for two things. Sun and my income. So Michelle, everything comes at a high price except the value of labor. Find some stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup. Oh, you're messaging your ex, bro. Bro, come on. And that thought still weighs me down. Can't say things are completely different now. Here at least, while I'm holding on to my work, that weight lifts just for a moment. Yeah, I mean, breakups are rough, dude, but don't message your ex about that one, at least when you're kind of still grappling with it. Regardless of how much I earn, that time, at least, I have the assurance that I won't collapse. People I meet, the conversations we have, what I've come to feel. I want to tell you about it. On the second floor of a commercial district, likely away from the city center. Repair clinic, dialogue. A place where the outside noise proceeds with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticize my naming skills, because in Chroma City, they give estimates for heartbreaks and charge for repairs. Lame. They seem friends. The name is totally lame. Chris, you have a beer. A sentimental note. I was thinking about a customer from yesterday. I couldn't help it. Came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck. Maybe it activated during repairs. Because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, the dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and only customers fitting that description would show up. I don't know. It was worry about. Don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City bathed in neon light. Dialogue Repair Clinic? Our repair clinic is an all-around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability. Full conversation. That shady name is exactly why Eve repairs to why Eve eating repairs turn away and go elsewhere. Emotional stability for Eve feels less like shady and more like. Is that why you habitually self? Precise, it's the act of discharging over the coolant. Raising is same different. Same different. Probably the one who describes it like stop finding nonsense so early and check your equipment. You're not opening for business today? So even though you used to sing about wanting to become an the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And speaking of EV, why don't you replace the outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using a dial when a D5AL, D1AL is already out. Oh, okay, that's the equipment type. D1AL when D5AL is already out. Okay, that makes sense. If he's literally naming his thing about like naming his clinic based on outdated equipment, I would find that shit. What you're overlooking is that DXAL equipment is specialized for diagnosis. Diagnostic performance was so good from the generation, but even with the 5th generation out, it has improved dramatically. What's different? Main advancements are in unit synthesis, convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking, synthesized parts, firmware modification, etc. So basically, it's good for diagnosis. However, I can make up for the D1AL's lagging synthesis performance purely with a touch of my fingertip. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to a newer generation, why? Is there an extra subscription fee? There'd be no point in having registered a business dialogue. Okay, well. You don't seem to get it. Dull wit breeds vitality in a weird. Also, seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then, should it be a breeze if I suddenly test with a standard DXAL practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? Oh, there's a tutorial. Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong about your skills. Target moves 20. Alright, let's play the tutorial. It's been a while since the last mock maintenance. Let's take it step by step. Step request. Okay, check the damage parts on D1AL that we repair, right? Okay. What? Hover over the damage part to see the required unit. First, select the damage part to repair. D1AL consists of 4 layers and 6 in. Each module can be moved by dragging it and swap places with a recent module up, down, left, or right. Okay. 3 modules use D1AL's battery. Use up all the battery, can't move anymore. Try moving a module. To move an unintended spot, right-click to cancel the move. Try casting a move to the right. Oh, I already did it. Oh, okay. I'll do another. Okay. If you move modules to a line 3 or more, they synthesize into a higher tier. Let's try synthesizing modules into a higher tier unit. Okay. Synthesize modules 10 times consecutively. The battery overcharges and increases max capacity. Take battery to proceed. You check the current damage location for required unit. Right panel. Hover your mouse over each damage location to see the required unit. Required unit and damage. Oh wait, sorry. Placing the required unit on the damaged spot activates the replace button. Press it to swap the unit. Okay. Replacement went well. Alright, let's keep going. Select the next damaged part. This case requires multiple types of units. Okay. Info panel will show the required unit colors for each. Just place the units according to the colors and replace them. Gotcha. That's like the final damage part. That's the part requires a higher tier unit. Like, how can I tell? You can check unit here on the phone by pressing tab. Press tab to press the encyclopedia button. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I see. Here you can see the icons for each unit level. Use the dial special function. Right here. Or this gauge charges for the corresponding type when 4 or more modules are synthesized. Fully charged, click the gauge and then module or unit of another type to convert it. I see. Made a mistake, I think it's hopeless. Press the restart button to try the repair again. Let's collect gauge charge and use change types while repairing, right? Oh wait, I have enough. There you go. Satisfied now? That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. Even with the latest D5AL equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for a level 1 Machmate. I see you in a new light. This is nothing. I wanted to attract customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours. I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. First impressions are the most important wherever you go. If you care so much about first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, there needs to be comfort during the repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. Okay. I just can't understand that creepy philosophy. No, I kind of get it. It's bedside manner, you know? It's rapport. Probably start opening up shop now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Finally done. Maybe it's because of the beer I had yesterday, but feels a bit stiff. Right, next. Welcome. Welcome, this repair clinic D1AL-ogue. Bray. Hey, Chris. Ah, Bray. Brings you here at this hour. But your cafe shift. Unidentified component found. Nanocatalyst design mismatch controversy. Controversy is erupting after an unidentified molecular component not listed in official blueprints was discovered in the nanocatalyst, mandatorily inoculated into Chroma City citizens. In addition to identification, data collection, nanocatalysts perform core function of forcibly inducing serotonin secretion in reaction neon shine to prevent LDS, light deficiency syndrome, caused by sunlight deprivation. Precise molecular analysis of recently extracted nanocatalyst samples confirmed the presence of an unidentified element, non-existent in the standard specifications released by authorities. While Chroma City authorities maintain it's merely an impurity generated during catalyst staging, their passive response failing to provide technical evidence to support this claim, only amplifying. This reminds me a lot of like The Room. Not the Room movie, sorry. Because there are a lot of when you go to sleep or a day passes in Valhalla, you get like these news report stuff that like build a bit on the world, and I really like that kind of flavor that they put, and they're doing it here. Last night, Sunshine Court revealed the D6AL, a 6th generation architecture diagnostic lens that moves away from traditional manual mechanic work to fully automate the maintenance process. This new product eliminates cumbersome manual synthesis for part replacement. It features proprietary real-time autonomous calibration technology that minimizes human intervention, maximizing system precision and maintenance efficiency. Sunshine Core stated that introducing the D6AL will replace outdated, imperfect maintenance methods and enable immediate data-driven system recovery and optimization. Buff Girl O'Hara, high peaks, neural network unit, or has buff. Hang on. Hang on a second. I need to look at something. Whoops. Like this in. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fun. The hit series Buff Girl O'Hara, currently ranking #1 in streaming charts as a real-time interest. In real-time interest is reaching peak hype ahead of its finale on February 3rd, capitalizing on the show's success. The distributor unveiled the collaboration unit, or Hassan Buff, sent for the god damn it that name, for official release on February 4th, the day after the finale. Your Hassan Buff draws attention with a design inspired by O'Hara's champion belt. Notably, it replaces traditional manual operation with an automated sympathetic nerve stimulation function via feedback loop. The product features forced photonic neural network update technology to control system overhead caused by continuous sympathetic stimulation. Alright. Back. Chris, what brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days, Buff Girl O'Hara? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week. Then this will be quick. Yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara bashed Mrs. Blind with a magic? I would watch this show. It sounds like my jam. O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner. So seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crushed Blind's neck for a comeback was quite a twist in many ways. It's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at our shop and they look like they desperately need that pile driver. I knew you'd understand. I only understood that you have a difficult go. Could you speak a bit more clearly? He's a bigwig from Sunshine Corps. Kinda like that police officer from Valhalla. Give me a second. Wait, even here, even that. Sorry about that. My nose is clogging itself constantly, so I have to clear it every now and again. I hope you don't. This is mere visit is a favor to this crappy shop, and threaten that he could turn off all the neon shines in this different routine every day. Envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks to that big shot, it's been nothing but new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for this? I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. That's what happened. What brings such a person to a backwater like this? I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this company. Something about increasing the Neon Shine subscription fees around here starting next month. They're moving to free Neon Shine Street. Oh, that's fun. Join the light. The actors are just like Mrs. Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Mrs. Blind has appeared in reality, then a magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise and job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it! I wanted to pour coffee on his face, but now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're really going to try it, be careful. Like, the security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely... That's it. I should buy a Kamen Rider. Actually, I should probably buy a Kamen Rider poster for like my unit. Because my unit is like, the walls are really bare. And I'll be real with you, it's a little depressing to look at. So I am going to have to decorate it. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to buy a few books. Maybe something Kamen Rider, you know, something that is me. Like not cockroaches. God, fuck. One of the big problems with living like apartments with like a lot of people is that sometimes even if you keep your place like semi-clean-ish, you leave so much just a little bit of a mess. But someone else's cockroaches into your. That's why I have roach traps laid all over. God, I cannot handle having. Oh, I don't even notice the music player now. Okay. That's nice. That's nice. I like that. Valhalla also had like a similar. I'm sorry if I'm pulling up a lot of Valhalla comparisons here, but I do mean this in like the best way possible because this game still definitely has like the different elements from Valhalla. It very much has a style that's inspired by it, but I really like the concept of this one. But with the increased feasibility tight, same here. Really? EVEs are relatively free from LDS. So do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shine? Only relatively. Our condition worsens, data loss occurs. It could be a problems more serious than humans. Because they've got someone to look after. I mean, Remy? Remy is family. Remy like the rat from Ratatouille. It's a cat. Okay. Being a cat can't mean it can't be family. You'd better watch your words in front of our Remy. Ray showed her claws, adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time. Because I'm generous. It's cute. Anyway, if the subscription fee goes up, I'll have to give up on the item I was trying to buy. What are you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch? They're doing a collaboration with neural stimulation with a neural simulation unit for Eves. They announced that the pre-orders will start in the day last episode airs. Things people come up with. What do you mean the things they come up with? This collaboration product is amazing. He said when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying, you must buy this. What on earth does that mean? And aren't the expressions shakes cognitive abilities and illusion of transforming seriously suspicious? You're making a fuss over nothing. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know? I didn't even put them there for you to see. You just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes. But if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where EVEs are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing EVEs and humans getting into doesn't seem like a very good choice. You know what, dude? That's on you. That's your fault, buddy. If you leave your naughty stuff out for people and then they comment on it, that is your fault. Okay? They're not snooping at that point. But frequently used items where they're easy to see. It's your fault. It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of. You shouldn't treat your workshop as like your private thing, though. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but okay, I'm sorry. Ray apologized quickly, as if she didn't want to hear it. Did you foresee what I was going to say? Hey, can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Base request, create an excuse for Praise absence, target moves 28. Yo, that's a nice back. Oh, gee. Right, I need to... Whoops. Yeah, no. Alright, this one has like I'm gonna be very with. It's a little bit of a that sounds a little. Don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool. I agree with that part. It sounds like a name where they changed one syllable from neon sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has a repair clinic with the name just as bad. Don't diss my clinic's name. Alright, I need a red one. Oh wait, I already got it. Besides, does the stimulation from the empathy unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I've never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. Humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow changes, and hormone secretion. For EVEs, that's just replaced by empathy unit. Stimulating this directly gives a quite pleasurable. So, is it like? God damn it! Oh fuck. Okay, I'm gonna have to age restrict this VOD. Whoops. Whoopsie. It doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. Then what about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier? I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. Hey, power surges through you. Sure, whatever. Oh, fuck. Oh. Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. All done. There were no major issues. Wow, my stiff back feels completely refreshed. Is this what it feels like when O'Hara purifies her body and breathe? Okay to mention my crew repair in the same breath as something so noble. Dude, you're way too strict with yourself. No one around here can. Well, okay, let's say it's not that explicit, so I guess it's fine. I'm not gonna get nuked for that. Not that explicit, it's fine. As I get like work massaged in the face, and it's probably okay. Enough, pray. Leave that talk for after you buy me a beer. Make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I noticed earlier your power unit was screaming again. Aren't you overworking yourself lately? Must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. They've practically set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs? Usually you just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can't prevent damage to the frontal lobe and neural network. Okay. You consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately, the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LDS patients. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. That does sound incredibly fucked up. Aren't they both equally in the gutter? These junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. Infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers, and property without hesitation, isn't that the perfect expression? Like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter. Truly an impossible devotion. Contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct. When they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and don't leave. Chasing light suggests that they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. They aren't moving to find light. Just that it's the only stimulus left that they can react to. They crawled around looking for light normally? Maybe you'd be right. Of course, it becomes something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gather there is one of my daily tasks. It's probably the cost of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of the idiot removing streetlights? Exactly. Every day must be tough. It gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know what? You know that? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than in the present. Wasn't that a study in human psychology? Humans and EVEs are pretty much the same. You realize that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my tastes before the repair. I come back because I respect it. Oh. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you'd better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer Prey Emery. Stop joking, I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against the glass window. By now, the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp. Good sense as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too. See you later, Chris. Prey hurriedly left the door with quick steps. It seems she spent more time than expected, distracted by the chat. Already time for lunch. Let's take a break. Nice. Repair time is fast. Time is fast. Parking time is 12. Nice. Perfect repair. Maybe he stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. Despite her polite attitude and likable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. All TNDL all TNDLS models are government-affiliated EVEs, usually distinguishable by their department mark. But I couldn't see any mark on the EVE before me, nor was there any other way to confirm affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy. But I reacted unusually sensitively to that mark. Ray says that I look at that mark with the eyes of a sinner. It probably isn't polite behavior towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what specific purpose you are specialized for? It's military, private maintenance is illegal. My name's Orca. Okay, I see it. You know since I'm not wearing protective gear on my day off. I'm Orca O'Hara from the Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. You can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I'm a model equipped with multi-purpose functions like other EVEs to reduce citizens' aversion. Rescue. You have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, I wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialized TNDLS models possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design direction of the model also has the motto Universal Fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places that attach external equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry. This is for the instantaneous thrust engine, and the tail part. It's quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of her body here and there to introduce her model. But Orca seemed unaware of it and chattered excitedly for several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that... Nothing. I was just trying to apologize for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course, that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel it was that rude. That's because kind people are rare towards government-affiliated EVEs. If you thought it was similar to others, that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. It looks that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. Perhaps because of everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day, the streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Polar Night Day. One of Chroma City's prides. A pride of prides. A holiday unique to the city and a festival ground. I even forgot that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago, I visited Chroma City due to a support request. Just happened to be a Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to the nearby cities? Yes. Back then, I was working in Luminance City, located below Chroma City. It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival were shocking even to me. A hologram panorama covering the sky, and below it, explosions mixed with smoke. Must have been terrible. Yes. Scenes of beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to the tragedy. And most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organizers who knew about the accident went along with it too. It's probably because of the budget. The hologram panorama called Chromatic Zenith is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging. But they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured in to cancel it just because of an incident that occurred. It's about money. Do they talk of budget and compensation? All that's left in Chroma are the patients. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. I'm sorry. I unintentionally said something depressing. One sec. Sorry. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation escapades, figures bought in impulse, rather than talk of neon shine subscription fees or utility bill. I can't accept it rationally, but I have to empathize experientially. Most hobbies are, after all, escapes from ordinary life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day. And tourists visiting from the other side of the globe need a chromatic zenith. Because the coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable. They're tired of reality. Getting depressing very fast. Close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they are happy now. Wanting to run away from pain. It's one of human instinct. Oops. It's sounding creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points per sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human. By any chance, are you doing maintenance for this first generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired D1AL models several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safe sound so scary? Oh, dial is ready. Shall we begin? It took such a long time to... Target moves 35. Oh, okay. Oh! That's an ass. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, tab phone. SNS. Oh, sorry, I can't look at that. Alright. Okay, so it's only a tier 2. Gotcha. Oh wow, alright. Oh shit. I got... Alright. I've completed the unit replacement for that part. How is it? Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort or awkward. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries before the maintenance were pointless. It actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Be a little gentler. Is there a densely packed in neural elements? Very, sensitive. God damn it, dude. Oh dear. I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I maintained a D1AL. Try to be as gentle as possible. It's so horny. Alright, Alright, there we go. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to. Okay, so I guess something. Or at least. The whoopsies. Each D1AL model had one unique organ, right? Right, because each model specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears for reverse joint ties, but this is my first time seeing a tail. EVEs of the Scarlet Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency, which I belong to, are all TNDLS models, and we have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, mainly use it to clear broken debris, or break down walls to enter. Something used for such rough purposes, didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armor is high-strength special alloy, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. Oh, sorry, I'll be more careful to work delicately. Oh, I just noticed the feet. Oh, I already have one. They will. Yeah, alright, they. Oh, my bad. As he said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it finished quickly. Oh, that unheavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that. It's refreshing. Manders, you have quite an interested look on your face right now. Orca's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realizing it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. Feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding to the city center on a bike. Roaming Chroma City while feeling the wind directly. You have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes, in Luminance City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my off day. I don't have a car in the first place. And I like bikes. And I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. That peculiar stimulation where the gaze of others makes us the liberating feeling of being open on all sides. It feels really good. Every hobby has its own taste. I apologize for the roughness during the maintenance. Sorry, adjusting mic. No. It's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same model. Because you kept talking to me in between. I felt reassured at the end it didn't hurt at all. My body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much for this level of effect. Orca started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. Careless EVE in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. Because there's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and EVEs cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. That's why my colleagues ask if I subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you won't have problems due to lack of light. It made survival a paid service. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. So someday, we might even get billed for breathing. Still, EVs are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it LDS, right? Correct. Stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. Body signaling system gets tangled. For EVs, noise accumulates in the photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you felt recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to this. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychology inevitably changes according to the state of the body. Funny for me an EV status, but it's very mechanical. I think so too. But humans are similar, just the difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones. And a medical measure called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called a human. Moving by electrical signals and psychological and emotional judgments according to the hardware environment are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and EVEs. That you can date an EVE. Is that why you're into the EVE thing? Is that why you look at them? Yeah, that philosophy created this repair shop. Quite cool. Personal conversation is the core service of D1AL-ogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right. I've been hectic with moving and dispatching calls for a few days, but finally it's a break. Actually, if there are no dispatches, it's mostly playtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Ask her out. It's her day off. Wait, it's a patient. Hang on. Do you have any recommended place to change mood? I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. Ah, I saw it coming here. Name started with R-E in Retrojan. Retro... What was it? Retrojan. The pronunciation's a bit odd. Retrojan. It's Retrojan? Is it Trojan for the Trojan horse? It's unusual as the name of this place. Right. Heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. It contains the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like the Trojan virus into this flashy high-tech city. Wow. Hearing that, the meaning sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days. And drinking the owner's hand-drip coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in this city. Interesting. One more thing. Quiet places with too many people. In this season, scenes of people densely gathered often lead to scenes of being taken away by stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive, even if they are stability officers. Thinking of the city's stability officers like police in other cities is troublesome. Still, Norman being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festive year and atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you. See you next time. Friday evening. I should call it a day. Hang on. Oh, SNS. Polar Night Day. Intensive Crackdown Period announcement. Author, USA Urban Stability Agency. A little topical. This is an announcement for the Urban Stability Agency, USA. The celebration of Polar Night Day, Chroma City's largest festival. Special intensive crackdown period will be in effect from today until the end of the festival. This measure aims to prevent social disorder during the festival and maintain the homeostasis of the urban system. During this period, nanocatalyst scanning by stabilizers will be significantly intensified across Chroma City. In particular, illegal procedures under the guise of LDS prevention and the use or distribution of unauthorized private neon shines are strictly prohibited. Citizens are requested to fully cooperate with scanning procedures at temporary checkpoints installed in each district. Warning: any act that threatens the stability of the urban system will be subject to immediate administrative action without exception. Sorry. Natural LDS confirmed impossible. Mission of nanocatalyst intervention. Medical opinions suggest that Chroma City's light deficiency syndrome may not be naturally occurring disease or causing a stir. Following consultation with specialists from external cities, analysis indicates that simple lack of light cannot cause irreversible nervous system damage. The severe lack of the stage of LDS given human physiology. Experts pointed out that stage 1 dimming, lethargy due to serotonin deficiency is possible. Stage 2 flicker, cognitive impairment, and stage 3 blackout, frontal lobe shutdown, while outside the scope of general neurological disorders. Consequently, suspicions are deepening that the unidentified molecular components in nanocatalysts mentioned in the previous reports are intentionally accumulating metabolic waste in the cerebrum artificially induced. So what they're saying is, they're making us sick and selling us the key. Mayor Lucas, Eves are partners sharing souls. Pigment Pack 50th anniversary. Yesterday afternoon, 14th, the 50th anniversary ceremony of Sigmund Pact, symbolizing the harmony between humanity and artificial intelligence, was held at Chroma City Central Plaza. Taking the podium, Mayor Lucas reflected on the significance of the pact, calling it the historical turning point where simple computational devices known as EE, electrical entity, evolved into EVE, electrical vital entity, throughout photonic neural networks, becoming recognized as beings with independent personalities. Emphasized that EVE having moved past an era of discrimination to guarantee legal rights are key citizens, supporting the eternal night of the city alongside humans. He concluded with a message, hoping that through the rational coexistence perfected by Sunshine Core's technology, the next 50 years will also lead to an era of prosperity without discrimination, drawing cheers from the citizens and EVEs gathered in the plaza. Dark and gloomy again today. There's hardly any day left. It's hard to see even at night. Thanks to that, my body feels even stiffer. If I stay still, I'll only feel more drained. Let's hurry up and open shop. Open for business. Mom and Dad saying they won't come see the chromatics and oh, it's Michelle's sister. I thought that was his... Oh, okay. I got it a little bit mixed up. I thought Michelle was his ex. Because he said we broke up. I guess he was referring to somebody else. Our mom and dad saying they won't come see the chromatic zenith again this year. Like every year, yeah. What about you? It's the same, me neither. You don't want get by no one goes. When we were kids, they used to drag us every year. Even when we said we didn't want to go. You know how many years ago that was. Mom and dad are getting old now. It's hard for them to go to crowded and chaotic places. And I'm too far away to go, so... If you want to go that badly, why not go with a girlfriend? You're picking a fight with me right now, aren't you? Look at your age. Go outside and meet people. Even better if it's a woman. Can't stay up all night in your room drinking beer forever. That's where you're wrong, kiddo. Yeah, I fall asleep rolling around in a bed with a woman in the city. There's a high chance I won't open my eyes ever again the next day. And an article will pop up in the main news page. Victim Chris J. Hayes, 22, found in a motel with organs harvested. That confidence of yours is the problem, Chris. It's disgusting to say it myself, but objectively, you're decent looking. Let's stop. If you want to go see the chromatic zenith that much, just go alone. If I have to go alone, I won't go. Shouldn't I at least have someone to take my side if I get into a fight? Then what are you going to do that day? I have no choice but to drown my polar night day in beer while watching Dokim's stream this year. That's how I'll spend my polar night day. Free my foot. You're planning to stay up all night with your beloved silicone, aren't you? Hey, how do you... Wait, you never even been in my room. Hit the nail on the head. No, it's not that. Shut up. You're single too. Probably sitting in the corner of a room alone. Hello, Chris. You look excited. Hello. You managed to get that figure you wanted? Chris? Miss Leanne. I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. Could you wait just a moment? A pity. I wanted to share in your joy. Yo, you look good now, but the expression you had just now don't show when you're with me. Had a pure smile. I'm envious whoever they are. Haha. It's my younger sister. She's a funny kid who tries to tear me down every day. The one you often talk about? Leanne took a deep breath and muttered quietly to herself. Well, if it's a younger sister, I can understand. In fact, I might even have to try to get close to her. She's trying to flirt with me. You know what's happening? My god, dude. Read it. Anyway, what brings you here today? I remember you had your regular checkup recently. I had some business nearby, so I thought I'd drop by to see your face. I also stopped by because I thought I might need to replace my processing unit as a bonus. That's funny. What is? When I first saw you, I thought you'd never come back. But now you visit even without a reason. I told you I'd keep to replace my processing unit. You said it was a bonus. Didn't you come to check on me? Not. I'll take a look at you quickly. Alright, you win. I came here to complain. Okay, tell me. A ridiculously shady repair clinic. Yet you've come back several times, so you must like it. There's a quiet, uncrowded comfort here. Fireplace in a slightly cool area, good for getting sentimental. Thanks to that, I get completely let loose. Are you complimenting me by saying there are no customers? Yes, it's a compliment. Since you say so, I'll take it as a compliment. What's today's complaint? Leanne frowned, as if she was thinking about it wasn't pleasant. That's quite a look on your face. Huh? Oh, was I? Sorry. When the processing unit connected to emotional expression gets overloaded, my mood swings become severe and I can't hide them. I don't want to show you that expression anymore. Can I get maintenance first? Possible, but... Answer question. Probably under extreme mood swings. Target moves 40. I got this. Oh! Okay. Visit, you're on the phone. My routine right after opening. Picking a fight with my sister. I'd like to join that routine next time. You, Miss Leanne? Dude, she's so into you. Here in human society, it's polite to greet the other person's family before the main event. I don't know what big event you mean, but your emotion unit is overheating again. Big event. Alright. Oh, what? Okay, I already got... Should probably spend. About the increasing romance between humans and ETs. Dude! For someone who's never even been in a relationship with a human, that's too abstract a question for me to answer. Really? Just that one word from you has completely tilted my opinion of the pros to the pro side. Miss Leanne, the temperature of your emotion unit is rising. Dangerous, so please calm down during the maintenance. Dude, they're like kinda horny. Kinda dig it. Oh, whoops. And Blue's back. Oops. I don't want to meet boom like that. Maintenance is done without any problem. Your maintenance today was exceptionally smooth. That touch of yours skillfully delving into my secret corners, leading me without giving me a chance. Okay. Whose core other than mine have you caressed with such care? Leanne? Okay. Customers who visited the repair clinic are entirety of my social interaction. But it's a blessing in disguise. What is? Thanks to a wonderful person like you visiting, it feels like even this bleak place has some life in it. Oh my, saying something like that so suddenly makes me a little shy. The overload in your processing unit was more severe than I thought. You came to complain, but it was the point of needing repairs. I thought it would get better once I relieved some stress. If I left the unit as it was, I figured I'd be seeing you soon for the same repair request. They replaced it with a higher end unit. It hasn't been long since your last checkup. What happened to damage it so much? Hold on, that's what I'm about to tell you. You know I work at a pharmaceutical company, right? Of course. I've heard a lot about your life, Miss Leanne. Every time I do repairs. A new researcher joined the company recently. They say he's incredibly talented or something. Our company went to great lengths to scout him, so I guess that could be true. The problem is that talent isn't everything. Exactly. He came in through a connections, yet he has this attitude of looking down on the existing researchers. Since he joined later, he thinks it's our duty to provide him with any project information he doesn't know. The management is completely impressed with his papers and research achievements. My colleagues and I had no choice but to do as he asked. More work for you. That would have been a real relief. The problem is his attitude. You were apologetic and grateful to be different, but he takes it for granted. Even though we're doing work we don't have to do. I wonder if studying so much is fried part of his brain. A while ago he said a colleague's research looked interesting and asked if he could take over the project. It almost turned into a shouting match, but our colleagues barely needed it. It's annoying, but thanks to him, we're free from the management snagging. And we can buy time to improve the product's stability. Office politics. It feels a bit distant to me. Maybe for you. From my perspective, Miss Leanne, you don't seem much different from me. Aren't you talking about how hard it is to deal with office politics you don't even care about? I'd like to say no, but I have to agree because what happened a few days ago. A few days ago? Yes. Half of my unit's overload problems probably started that day. We fought. You fought? It wasn't really a fight. I just laid him out. He disrespected our project, said we were just wasting the budget by repeating clinical trials for years. He said the researchers' talents were being wasted, and asked if we had any intention of finishing this research and starting a more promising project. And he said it to my face, the project leader. I should have realized when the management was blindly pushing for him. They couldn't win against us in a logical argument as non-experts. There was a ploy to bring in another expert to break up our resolve. That's pretty serious sabotage. Unfortunately for them, at Nepo Hire's social skills were worse than imaginable. And he failed to change the team members' minds. You could even say that we've grown closer. Some team members were even cheering me on and comforting me even though I threw the first punch. Of course, I think I was in the wrong too. My feelings were complicated watching him call an ambulance by himself because no one else cared. Been the guilt that followed that satisfaction. Write an apology letter and the project's chance of survival dropped even lower. I wonder what would have happened if I had just held it in. A lot of work to do, but the thought of running away comes first. I want to forget everything. Let's just rest. I came to see you. All I do is listen to you talk a little. That's enough. And thanks to you, I've already sorted out my thoughts. Thanks to me? Place to hide whenever I want to run away. Way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. That's the goal of our project. After running away here to rest, I found the courage to push through. And it made me feel that my project shouldn't end here. With the effect of just listening to a story, as you put it, this great, our medicine will be a great help to the world. Can I ask you what kind of medicine it is? I'd love to tell you. Miss Leanne's eyes sparkled as if a favorite topic had come up. It's a relief to see her back to her usual self. Our research institute mainly focuses on drugs that suppress memory. Oh. It prevents the user from recalling specific memories. Oh. The primary goal is trauma suppression, but there's potential for misuse. Seems so. Right? That's why we're delaying its release. A similar drug already exists, but there are more cases of side effects or misuse than proper use. Although the management recognizes this as commercial success. Sticking to a proven product. Exactly. He almost made the same argument. His logic is that as long as it passes safety inspections and sells well, who cares how it's used? We gotta have regulations in place, man. It's like, I get that technically something passes, something doesn't fail tests, all of that shit. But like, you have to understand, like, when you put in regulations and stuff, you are saying basically that is the countermeasure thing, stop abuse in certain manners, right? But yeah. In reality, it causes almost no physical harm to the body itself. I think a few pills myself, but that attitude is quite off-putting. No matter how well you know it, there's a limit to what a general buyer, not an expert, can know. In fact, I don't even know the ingredients of this multivitamin I take. Since I hardly see the sun, I guess it must contain vitamin D. And vitamin D, I have no idea. Drugs available on the market dull memories that are dramatically imprinted on the user. When you try to recall them, recollection process is interrupted or blunted. It's similar to when you tamper with an EVE's photonic neural network. You can distance yourself from terribly painful memories, but you can also lose your dreams, sometimes even your family's faces or precious memories. In severe cases, you even forget that you're taking a memory suppressant. It's practically amnesia. Our instinct is to create the drug that accesses specific memories and paralyzes only that part. It can't be used universally, but we plan to market it separately for breakups or trauma. Breakups. If we succeed, it won't be misused for kidnapping or human trafficking under the name of amnesia drugs. Losing memory due to a drug. It comes back if you stop taking it, right? In theory, yes. It seems there are cases where that's not true for the products in the market. It's also the fundamental reason for my long clinical trials. In Chroma City, there will be many people who need this drug. Though frequent side effects are unacceptable. Although Chroma City is damn dark all day long. I'm not sure if there are that many patients who would want to suppress their own memories. The average patient doesn't seek a hospital until their condition worsens. I've even seen someone try to fix a paralyzed finger with stretching. Right. Many people think of hospitals as a place to go for resurrection. But this drug is also aimed at delaying the neurological disorders caused by light deficiency. Not just overcoming strong trauma. Blackout phenomenon? Do they call it zombies these days? That's what people usually call it, I hear. Right. The biggest cause of becoming a zombie is neurological disorder. Despite having no other problems besides light deficiency, extreme trauma accumulates due to nervous system issues. If this drug is completed, the number of zombies in the street will be reduced by more than half. Zombie prevention and trauma care. Sounds good. The fact that there's a way to get memories back seems good too. It's a hot topic among my colleagues. The fact that memories return when you stop taking it. Some people argue that it forces continuous purchase of the drug. They say we need to consider the consumer's financial situation. That makes sense, but... Oh, your opinion on my research? Miss Leanne's eyes widened. Do you think we found a common interest? You can't run away forever. If you erase your memories every time things get tough, I feel like you'll end up with nothing left someday. Even today's Miss Leanne will go back to face reality tomorrow. You'll do your best to handle the accident and finish the project, right? Well, yes. There are times when you have to do something, but you just can't. Trauma is one of them. There's a hole in your heart and needs to be filled, but it hurts too much. With the hole, it's impossible not to feel weak in both body and spirit. You need to step back and recover, but you can't because the hole is in your body. I thought the medicine you're making was made for situations like that. That's right. It's very difficult to fix something that has collapsed from the inside. Sometimes it's more important to get away from it and preserve your body and mind. I want the patients to be like you, Miss Leanne. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. I mean, I hope they solve the problems they've postponed with a mended, strong mind body. Like today's Miss Leanne. As they said in a certain manga, right? There's no paradise in the place you escape to. Since it's your medicine, Miss Leanne, I hope it turns out just as you wish. Little. Why? I thought that was a pretty cool thing for me to say. Miss Leanne lunged at me. I believe she had no intention of harming me, but I couldn't stop myself from instinctively stepping back. Now that you've said that, I'll be sure to protect the project. Okay, now let me go. Let me hug you a little longer. Just a little. Oh, it was just a hug. Just a little. Miss Leanne, with teary eyes, left after making a wonderful vow and having a bit of a tantrum. She must have had her own pain, unrecognized by anyone. Look at the time. We should go to the cafe where Prey works for lunch. Yeah, this game is very horny. It's just kind of not surprising. It's kind of like a massage I'm doing. Tier 2 power unit. Tier 2 neural unit. 2 of each, quick. Sir? What are you staring blankly for? Excuse me, customer. Are you by any chance in front of me right now? Can you only see the visible light spectrum? Yes, I haven't had the optic nerve digitization procedure done. Not even up to the basics of this city. This fucked up neighborhood where it's night the moment you open your eyes if you live seeing only visible light. You'll soon get a neurological disorder and become one of those drooling idiots out there. I drive to Neon Shine regularly, so I don't really need it. Oh dear, we have an idiot here who offers more money than that damn corporation. Either a foolish sucker brainwashed by the media, or a crazy bastard born with a silver spoon who thinks money grows on trees. I don't know what kind of life you're living. I'm too law-abiding to live by your ways. I may someone with their head this far in the clouds is still in this city. It's a wonder you're walking around on your own 2 feet. What a crazy customer. Customer, please deactivate your optical camouflage, and if you're not getting a repair, please leave. Brad, why are you suddenly recommending I deactivate my optical camouflage? To do a repair, I need to scan and replace the unit. But I can't see you at all, so I can't do a proper repair. That the only reason? You got an act for comedy. Why would you replace it? I can just swap it out myself. Swap out yourself? This a person can't perform surgery on themselves by cutting open their own stomach and messing with their organs. An AVE also can't open its core section to replace a unit by itself. Nothing is impossible, brat. You just pop the lid, swap the unit, and close the lid again. Make a small mistake in the process and power down forever. And that was just the extent of your life. Jesus. Alright, okay. That's a level of recklessness that leaves me speechless. I'd appreciate it if you just shut up and make me the unit. Sir, as much as I'd love to just shut up and make it for you. As the manager, I also have to think about the reputation of my repair clinic. Even if I die without anyone knowing, no one will blame this place. Even if my head gets blown off by a corporation's summary executioner's bullet while walking down the street, everyone will think it's a natural death. How can I be sure of that? Blade Hamilton. Mention my name in the back alley 3 blocks from here and everyone will understand. So no, now, what you need to do is wipe that stupid look off your face and synthesize the units for me. First, it's impossible to reason. Understood, Mr. Blade. I'll make the units for you. What units did you want exactly? Told you already. Tier 2 power unit, Tier 2 neural unit. Alright. Power and neural unit. Power Tier 2. Tier 1, Tier 2. Yellow and red. Fire it in your stupid head so you don't forget. Damn it. Please wait a moment. Target time. 100. Alright. Let's go back. Right. Oh, my bad. All right. Dynamo. Oh, fuck, bro. All right. Sorry for the long wait. Faster than I thought. Synthesized units are clean too. Despite your dumb first impression, you're more skilled than you look. Thanks for the compliment. Since I'm in a good mood, let me give you a piece of advice. You'd better erase that psychotherapy introduction on your door. The place I went to last week to get it on with a big-breasted EVE had the same thing written on it. I appreciate the advice. That's my clinic's identity. I don't think I can change it. Instead, if you deactivate your optical camouflage next time and let me repair you directly, you'll be able to properly experience the service. Unless you have that thing dangling between your legs, no service will be possible for me. Come on. Thanks anyway. At least I didn't come for nothing. Take care, Mr. Blade. See you again next time. Don't count on it. Anyway, insane customers is incredibly draining. I should close up for today and soothe my tired body and soul with a can of beer. They didn't like a fifth of them. Pretty good. Again, I've been thinking in the past that I do need to. I guess this is pretty great. I dream about being beaten by an invisible man. Listen. Oh, hang on. I'll be right back. I just need to get something. We are back. Right. High risk 80 a.m. Preston City. Summary executioner between fear and salvation. Yesterday's rampage of high risk 80 a.m. in the inner city, quelled early by the deployment of Sunshine Corps summary executioners. The eliminated unit was confirmed to be an autonomous data anomaly manifestation, having entered LDS Stage 3 blackout with self-data lost and only slaughter instincts remaining. To avoid repeating the nightmare of the first Eve Adam, Sunshine Corps emphasized periodic photonic cleaning via neon shine as the only preventive measure, and executioners are the last bastion to delete system errors that have already occurred. The emotionless summary executioner eliminated the 80 a.m. without hesitation again, but the view from the scene is complicated. Usually the complete immunity granted by the government, compensation for the damage to citizens caught up in the suppression process remains elusive. Citizens' eyes, looking upon the summary executioners, the shield protecting Chroma City and the blade of terror reigning above the law, cross perilously between relief and trembling. Cold metal melting when stripped. Secret tuning skyrockets by the waifu Matin press. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I just read that properly. Fuck you! As marriage registrations being EVEs hit an all-time high, the trend of secret tuning modifying EVE. By the way, I'm smiling. I don't know. I just like that. It's like even though I would say fuck you, god damn it. Modifying EVE body parts into forms optimized for sexual activity is spreading in the shadows. Going beyond simple cosmetic imitation, this procedure implants ultra-fine heating coatings and vibration modules into biosilicone mucosa to create reproductive organs that surpass human biological functions. In an interview, an illegal tuner emphasized customization from furnace to internal temperature is possible according to taste, adding, humans who experience it once can never return to organic embrace. Of course, the public eye remains harsh. The dominant conservative viewpoints points fingers at them as scrap metal fetishists. However, to suit the solitude of the Grey Knight, minor lovers willing to endure the offensive realities of social contempt to be held in their lovers' arms to secretly climb into the operating table again today. Ooh. Sunshine Corps executive attacked and missing. Last step found at scene. Last night, an incident occurred at the Deep Red Street district in the city outskirts, where a high-ranking Sunshine Corps executive was attacked by an unidentified terrorist and went missing. USA investigation results confirmed that all stabilizers guarding the scene were killed. They all died instantly from precise penetrating wounds in the shape of a stiletto heel in the center of the forehead. Blood-stained grass zipper presumed to be used in the crime was left at the crime scene. Authorities are focused on the fact that the modus operandi matches the series of disappearances that have occurred over the past few months. This terrorist, known to the public as Cinderella, has been targeting high-ranking government officials and Sunshine Corps executives. All victims so far remain missing, with their survival unconfirmed. The USA has formed a special investigation team to clarify the truth of the incident and is tracking the culprit's whereabouts by analyzing connections with previous incidents presumed to be works of the same offender. Alright. I dream about being beaten by an invisible man. Since I couldn't see him, I couldn't fight back and just got beaten up. Not exactly a pleasant feeling. Is it because of that customer from yesterday? Phew. Only decent customers come in today. Yeah, do I get to see Prey again? Hey, that's like kind of like Cyberpunk. I remember that one. Valhalla, sorry. Alright. Huh, nothing's happening. Oh, open for business. Optical camouflage? Can't believe that symbol of crime is being used so openly. Did that say completely given up on security? Not so much they gave up, but rather adapted. Most homes and shops have at least one infrared sensor for security. Even if they can't catch thermal optical camouflage, can easily detect regular optical camouflage. Then what about thermal optical camouflage? If you use that, the military intervenes instead of the Urban Stability Agency, so you need some serious guts to try it. Thanks to that, the citizens of Chroma City can rest easy and entrust their safety to infrared sensors. Living there sounds exhausting. I think hide and seek is part of daily life. Because of that, life here never is boring. It's never boring. It's not boring, it's just troublesome. You have to endure minor inconveniences to be worthy of living in the city of miracles. Miracle's my foot. It's just a neighborhood that's dark and gloomy all day long. Oh, hang on. Gotta look at something first. Mm-hmm. That's why neon signs filling every corner look even more dazzling. Night of the street where humans, EVEs, and neon signs mingle is more beautiful than anything elsewhere. I was so captivated by that sight that I dared to become independent here with just one old piece of equipment. Probably not the night, but the EVEs filling the streets that captivated you. And what, independent? Made it sound cool, but did you wipe your hard drive or something? Feels like yesterday you were whining about not having money for food. Who was it that begged mom and dad to save him? I paid it back with interest. Yeah. Looks like a customer is here. You're not sulking, are you? No, I'll hang out with you again tomorrow. Sulking, he's definitely sulking. I'm not sulking. Yeah, it's my girl Prey. Hello. Prey, you know you're laughing at very evilly right now. Really? Normally I would have picked a fight and looked for something fun to do. Today I'll generously let it slide. Miss Prey, speaking as a professional, it looks like you need immediate maintenance. EV and neural network issues often accelerate over time. We need to start right away. As expected, your buzzkill reactions are the best for regaining my stability. Is something wrong? What do you mean by stability? Didn't you see the article yesterday? High-ranking executive from Sunshine Corps was attacked and went missing on the outskirts of the city. That person from a few days ago. Definitely. They haven't released the identity, but I doubt there's more than one executive visiting the outskirts at this time. Since Polar Night is just around the corner, the city's biggest festival coming up, they wouldn't have enough leisure to obsess over trivial things like streetlights. Unless there's someone a bit weird. Her feelings about nuisance. Prey's resentment seemed quite deep. Maybe there's something more she hasn't told me yet. My girl, though. My girl is Prey. I'm worried because a kidnap happened nearby. That I'm not worried at all. If I were scared of that, I would have run away to the next city a long time ago. It's not a big deal. Continuous focus adjustment of the ocular lens, irregular core pulsation. This is a common phenomenon when power is being diverted elsewhere. But right now, there's no noticeable physical activity or computational load. That means you're preparing for an emergency. These are typical signs of anxiety or fear response, you know? What do you know? First class core section engineer, Photonic Neural Research Network Restoration. Specialist EVE Body Maintenance Technician certified. I'm an EVE Management and Inspection Expert, certified by Chroma City. And a person who opens up your body at least every week to check for problems. I hate it. Whose eye does she hate? Don't talk about my condition as you please. Talk about raising the neon signs of fees gone and the streetlight removal plan was scrapped too. Only good things are happening. I don't know what happened. But you can be honest with me at least. Cinderella helped. Because I left a post. Cinderella, already a famous dark hero in cyberspace. Figure's existence is ambiguous and determined whether a group or an individual. Famous for assassinating key figures in corporations or drug cartels, and leaving a glass slipper conspicuously at the scene. His activities gained support from this impoverished filled with spite, and mass-produced countless fans, but there had to be a sour side to his actions. Connections with criminal groups that produced countless innocent victims, were actions suspected to be means of eliminating political opponents of the ruling class were numerous, and people claiming to be Cinderella are pouring out endlessly. It seems there's a culture among fans that treat all that as copycat crimes. Are you saying you can't be scared of a hero? Worry and fear are separate emotions. Even for experts, the risk of misdiagnosis is high without detailed analysis. It's just worry. Because copycat crimes using Cinderella's fame happen often. Right. What? Suddenly? This neural unit is connected to the sympathetic nervous system. Tension is immense even with a light press. How much did you push yourself? Might be completely burnt out. It's not that bad. It's your habit to reward yourself when you're anxious, isn't it? Like figures or limited edition goods. Since your balance is empty, it looks like you reward yourself in a different way. We let the night pass? You'd be really dangerous. You better replace it. Alright, move 30. Nice back. Looks like someone had too much fun yesterday. He said D1AL has problems due to an overloaded unit. First, let's check the repair area. As expected, there's an overloaded unit. Overloaded units destroy surrounding modulates every certain number of turns. Turns remaining until overload unit are shown on the top right. Click top right panel to proceed. Upon overload, one space left right of the module. Units to the same column will be destroyed. The overloaded unit will be destroyed after undergoing overload 3 times. Let's repair while avoiding destruction of required units. Alright. I think. You must have been very anxious. Is the condition very bad? Overvoltage flowed through the overloaded neural unit, enough to affect even the D1AL equipment. Just how hard did you stimulate it? Well, I just suddenly got scared. I don't know what you're so worried about. But if you were this anxious, you could have just called me. I could have helped you directly by your side. Aw, dude. Pervert. Aw, dude. Oh wait, it was. Uh, that was my bad. I misread it. Cinderella pulled this off with glass slippers every time. Pretty much. According to someone who watched the crime scene from quite close up. They did all that using just a glass slipper without any other weapons. The glass slipper is always left behind actually the tool used for the crime? Guess so. Saw on SNS that there's a heel-shaped hole in the stability officer's forehead. That post is censored quickly. But the fountain of blood spurting from the forehead of an existence is always feared. I always feared so violent. That I inadvertently started rooting for him after that. The question fountain is even more violent. It already over? Yeah. Fortunately, the surrounding units weren't badly deformed, so I only swapped out the nearly burnt out neural unit. Thanks for that. Head's neural unit seemed to have calmed down. D1AL was making weird noises. Magic did you work? Don't mention it. Just because of the overvoltage flowing through the neural unit. The D1AL equipment almost broke several times during maintenance. I might be saying this because I don't know. Hearing roughly about it looks incredibly dangerous. What about your symptoms? Not that big of a deal. The problem of repeated forced updates of the neural network, but doesn't affect daily life. Except for the problem that some memories might be lost. You just need to restrain yourself from now on. Relax your face a bit. Seems like you have something to say too. Can you say it all with such a serious face? Forget it. For someone so dense, I can't hide anything from you. Professional certifications aren't just for show. But I wish you'd read the room a bit. Sometimes there are stories I don't want to tell. Earl was my idol. I was the #1 fan, unshaken by controversies. When an incident happened right here and because of me, those things filled my head. What if something happens to our cute boss? What if the evil mechanic on the second floor becomes a target? If something like that happened, I felt like I'd go crazy thinking it was my fault. I left a post in the Cinderella help board, and the news came out less than half a day later. I was someone who followed them, treating controversies as gossip, but fear took over when people around me got involved. As far as I know, over 3,000 posts are written in that gallery every hour. I think you're seized by excessive responsibility. Even if Cinderella really chooses targets looking at the gallery, the possibility of seeing your post is almost nil. You're probably right. Excessive responsibility. But once I fell into the mire, I couldn't do that. It'd be my fault that I worried about things that didn't even happen yet. I'm completely drained from groaning all night, while touching innocent neural units. Happiness is the best means to forget pain. Anyway, being a fine boss in you this morning, I just had a hollow laugh. That's why you came in making lewd sounds. Lewd? You said it was evil. Being paid back to your usual self, I also felt more relaxed after being tense. Sometimes it's better to just throw it up. Like when you have indigestion. Nonsense are you talking about, Olives? It means you don't have to hide just because it's immature or contradictory. Of course, you shouldn't always do that. It's wasteful to vomit food and drink, and it looks unsightly. Nothing beats it when you have indigestion. Venting to someone close enough can sometimes help you overcome it. It might make people hate you. I also find people who only talk about their hardships annoying. It's fine if it's not always, but only when it's hard. That's why I started this repair clinic in the first place. If you have anything left to say, it's better to just say it. Something I want to say. Alright. Ray cleared her throat. And Chris? Next Thursday is Polar Night Day. That day... Polar Night Day. Like the majority of people who are excited, I feel nothing but dryness. Seeing that even the shut-in Pri has plans makes me feel like I'm the only one in Chroma City without memories of Polar Night Day. A day I'm strangely uninterested in. Perhaps it's because of the happiness in my room overwhelms the noisy street lights. Is it okay? What? I was lost in thought for a moment. Dude, sorry. Could you say that again? Let's grab a meal together. It's a holiday. Really? Be peak season. We're aiming for different peak season. Boss says Polar Night's everyone's peak season, so this is more profitable. In my opinion, this kid just wants to do doujin activities. I mean about Buff Girl. The last episode airs next week. He's already busy preparing sugar crafts and cosplay costume. Must be nice to have a boss with matching tastes. That's why I applied in the first place. Dude, say yes! Still comic books proudly displayed in the cafe shelf for the trigger. This is a retro concept cafe. I expect they just put anything there. Tied a box at the corner of the cafe. I saw his pile of homemade goods. All read as hamburger goods. The fuck? Person is real. I knew it immediately. Take next week's cosplay for event, for example. Boss is even more enthusiastic than I am. The best workplace, except for the fact that we work non-stop. Sounds fun, but also sounds like it'll be quite tough. Better than working during polar night. It's annoying to work when everyone else is resting. There are double the customers than usual. Plus, the power of Buff Girl is amazing. Speaking of which, I should get going. The boss is probably sweating bullets alone. Good luck with your work. You too. Clean your ears next time. You didn't even hear what I said right in front. My ears are clean. Maybe it's because I haven't taken today's nutritional supplements yet. Anyway, do that next time. Good things come to those who listen. As Prey left, blatant fatigue washed over me. I didn't know the difference between nutritional supplements would be this big. I should go cool my head. Jeez. Me too. That worries me a bit. Got me a bit close. Your face looks a bit redder than yesterday. Catch a cold? Thanks for worrying. I went out for a bit. It was chillier outside than I thought. I guess I should have worn a coat. Anyway, it's been a while since we've seen each other this often. Did the matter from last time go well? I actually came to talk about that. I went through all the necessary procedures, but it's unclear if it'll be disciplined. It's out of my hands. But I'm hopeful about the project's future. Remember the Nepo hire who was the management's trump card? He changed his mind and decided to help finish our project. This ability is amazing. We might succeed in manufacturing a safe drug within this month. It's amazing. And that person gets struck by lightning or something? I'm only helping you, Leanne. After meeting you yesterday, I sincerely apologized to him. And I asked him that this project is my dream. And if not now, I might never be able to attempt it in my life. You know what he said then? He asked why I didn't say so earlier. He had been seeing us as being in cahoots with the management all this time. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Ending the project early according to the management's opinion was his job. He's someone who doesn't give a single bit of attention if it's not in his interest. Because he's that kind of person. Still doesn't remember a single name of the people in the company. It's serious. Turns out he got into huge debt distracted by his own research. It seems the pharmaceutical company recruited him with research funding as bait. Potentially, he could be seen as similar to you, Leanne, since he's a person chasing dreams. I don't want to admit it, that annoying attitude is still the same. Sometimes feels like working with a super intelligent orangutan. But it's right to admit what needs to be admitted. That's cool. I want to hear you say that. You're cool. Good. More. You're cool, Leanne. Leanne sighed with satisfaction and stared at me. Now tell me your story. Me? My job is to listen to stories. Because you keep dodging like that. Even though I visit so often, I know nothing about you. That might be why I'm curious, or maybe... Alright. Then, since we've been talking about dreams so far, I'll talk about that. Talking about the mysterious medicine you take whenever you can is also fine. I'm very interested in that too. Sorry to disappoint you. That medicine is a supplement sent by my parents. I haven't even been taking it because I felt uneasy after our last conversation. What a boring answer. I thought it would be a greater secret. If you don't mind, you can check it yourself. Since I'm not taking it right now, I wouldn't be as good. Check it out. Wouldn't it be good to check it at the lab? If the ingredients are clarified, I can take it with peace of mind. Leave it to me. Leanne snatched a pill bottle and tucked it into her bosom. Leanne's clothes probably had plenty of pockets. So, you're going to get an inspection? I will, but before that, it's a rare opportunity. Let's talk a bit more. How about it? How about it? Okay. Leanne grinned and adjusted her sitting posture. As if expressing interest, her face came twice as close. A burdensome smile greeted me. I was sister named Michelle. We were inseparable when we were young, and we still contact each other every day. Ooh. You don't need to write it down. No, continue. When she was young, Michelle kept telling me she wanted to become an EVE. Those parts can be changed anytime, and they have many strengths compared to humans. Considering the long conflict between EVEs and humans, I don't know how childish Michelle was back then. Sister-in-law is positive about EVE. What did you say? Clean your ears out, dude. Oh, nothing. Keep going. At some point, I wanted to make Michelle's dream come true. I don't have a clear memory. Maybe I wanted to be a good brother. Or maybe it was a goal I had inside since my major overlapped. Time passed and I got all the technical certifications related to EVE. And naturally, it became more comfortable for me to communicate with EVEs than with people. My sister left for the other side of the world. Dream of becoming an EVE has long forgotten. I felt it last time too, but you cherish your sister more than I thought, don't you? I do cherish her. You do? Siblings I know are basically in a relationship where they tried to kill each other if there were no loss. How do I say this? As a person with siblings, you do feel a lot like that when up. It's a bit of like a, well, okay, actually, let's just talk for. We're a severe case among severe cases. Could be. I talk to Michelle every day, and I got this job because of Michelle. Starting it out one by one, it's embarrassing to deny it. Mutual errors can be hard to perceive. Okay, like as someone with siblings, like on both sides, like as in an older one and a younger one, I understand that sensation, like wanting to tell you. When my brother, my sister, and I all lived together, it was pretty bad. We would get into fights fairly often. When you're younger, we would get into a lot of fights. When we got older, my brother and I in particular did not get along. There were a lot of times. It's not saying we didn't have good times. We had a lot of great times, but we had the tendency to fight a lot as well because of family stuff. And just like in general, being stuck in a room together with somebody for so long, day to day, you really do get annoyed. And yeah. But when my brother and my sister, things kind of changed. Our dynamic kind of changed. The way that I view my siblings changed a lot. I have a tendency to miss them now, and of talking to them. It's like Chris over here. I do talk to my older brother every day. Talk to my sister from time to time. I visit from time to time, even because she's nearby at least. And yeah, that's just kind of the thing that happens with siblings. It is a bit funny that we became like, but I am kind of thankful for it, because even though we fought a lot, I always had my siblings at the very least but take my side when it came to my parents, because we understood exactly what we were talking about at the time whenever we had complaints. So I really appreciate them more now that we're with. But god damn, when we lived together, I wanted to kill them. Anyway, it's surprising. I never thought that there would be someone you're that attached to. Attachment to my sister. Actually, the level of attachment is... are you getting maintenance today? Huh? Suddenly? I don't really need to. But I don't need to refuse either. Gently, please. Give it to me. I just want to change the subject. Oh. That is a nice bell, yeah. Alright. I will. The customer who came earlier said this. The terrorist called Cinderella is going around smashing corporate executives' heads with glass slipper. Saw it in the news. Heel pierced cleaning through the frontal lobe. People think it's some kind of artistic judgment. But to me, it's just the obsession of a terrible pervert psycho. Who cares? Thanks to that pervert, the company executives got scared and didn't come to work today. I even want to give them an achievement award. There is no love for the corporate here, and I get it. I fucking get it. Thank you for like being particular. Oops. I'm not gonna voice the noise. These androids. I know that they're gynoids technically, but android is actually used to colloquially refer to both of them. Gynoid is very specific. Have you been to the new synthetic whiskey bar nearby? The reviews are quite extreme. I have. The first taste was like disinfectant, and the after taste smelled like a rusty rebar. It's a very honest taste of the slums. Is that a compliment? At least that's cheap bar doesn't pretend to be luxury. Even a $300 liquor is sold in sophisticated lounges in the city center. It's just synthetic concentrate from the same factory mixed with flavoring. These days I care more about who tricks me less than the taste. Okay, I got. What? I gotta hit the other way. Whoops. Maintenance ends here. Actually, part of the maintenance is more like replacing perfectly fine parts and dusting off a bit. Not necessarily. The maintenance today felt unusually rushed. Is it very uncomfortable? I'm sorry. No, rather the unusually rough touch. Different kind of stimulation. Thanks to that, I feel like a stress accumulated from being pushed around lately was relieved. To the point where I almost lost my mind. I'll take that as a compliment. But I was organizing the equipment. The hand had entered story mode again and was waiting for me. I planned to distract it with maintenance. Seemed to have failed. I've made the payment. Okay. And a piece of information as a tip. What is it? This year's Polar Night Day will be the biggest event ever. Celebrating the 80th anniversary of Chroma City. You're secretly preparing an event of huge scale. More than now. The original scale is already huge. Correct. Besides, the power consumed by chromatic zenith is already borderline. But I heard it's going to be 3 times bigger this time. Where are they going to handle that much power from? They plan to cut the power off from the outskirts. No. Most citizens will be at the venue or sleeping anyway. But they judged it won't be a big issue. If it becomes controversial, they can just say it was a blackout. It's rational but cruel. What are people like me supposed to do? Might be good to try changing your constitution. Wake up your dormant extroversion. And walk the night streets watching the festival's night view. City with lights out as quiet as your shop. And you don't have to worry about sweating in the crowds. Walking alone in the streets is scary. Both stability officers and terrorists are scary. If you're scared, maybe I could go with you? Come on. Well, even if it's not me, there's the option of walking with your sister. Dude, these girls love you. Fortunately, Michelle isn't coming. You mean she's not coming to Chroma City for Polar Night? Leaving her brother whom she's attached to behind? Why does she live that far away? First of all, we don't have an attachment relationship. Michelle and I have a lot in common. She might not be interested in Polar Night just like me. As for where she lives, I don't know. Probably been 2 years since we last talked about such trivial things. We're mostly busy teasing each other. Is that so? No walking with you, Leanne. I'll consider my schedule. An acquaintance asked me to have a meal. If that's around dinner time, it might be difficult. Okay. Dan, your expression is scary. I'm not angry. I just something to check. I'll be going now. See you later. I told you, I'm not angry. Think about the walk and contact me. I'll be waiting. It took a lot of courage. You can't hurry it away as if she's really in a rush. You didn't receive any calls during conversation, so suddenly remember a forgotten schedule? His attitude bothered me. But the on-rushing fatigue began to take my mind even faster. I should close up earlier than usual today. That supplement, the effect is amazing. Okay. Alright, so with that, I think I also need to get some rest because my throat is killing me. God, I actually really like this game. It's got like really nice aesthetics and even the vibes of. I'm going to compare it again to Valhalla, but I do mean this in the best way possible. It is definitely its own thing, and even if you play Valhalla, you should definitely play this one too. If you like Valhalla, you should definitely play this one. I really like the comfy vibes of this game. It's not mixing drinks, but it's got like a very similar kind of thing. It's just a little bit more in, with all the touching and like noises that they make. I do quite like it. I will finish this sometime on stream, I promise. But like for the time being, I do need to take a rest. My throat is starting to kill me, and I'm not yet fully back to health. So for tomorrow, I will be streaming Magic the Gathering with my friends. It was supposed to be last week, but last week I had to postpone things. And while I'm not fully up to snuff yet, I would feel very sad if I would not able to play with my friends, have a good time. So I hope that everyone will be able to be. Okay, so with that, I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful night, and goodbye. Music is actually